Skarloey's special visitor. It was a nice and bright spring morning on the Skarloey Railway. Skarloey, Sir Handel, and Rheneas were all at the wharf. The three engines were very excited to see what Mr. Percival had to tell them. "I wonder why Mr. Percival gathered us here," said Skarloey. Sir Handel and Rheneas laughed. "Oh, Skarloey, I'm sure it's going to be something special," said Sir Handel. "I agree," added Rheneas. "It may be another giant dinosaur skeleton or something." Rheneas chuckled. They soon found out. Skarloey, Rheneas, and Sir Handel. Tomorrow, a special visitor is coming to visit our railway. I need to make sure all your jobs are done on time, and whatever engine finishes all their jobs at the end of the day will get to take the special visitor on a tour of our railway," Mr. Percival proudly announced. And so, that's when Mr. Percival gave Skarloey, Rheneas, and Sir Handel their jobs, and he left. Skarloey was very excited. "Oh, a special visitor coming to visit our railway. I do wonder who's going to pull the special visitor tomorrow," Skarloey said excitedly. Sir Handel and Rheneas both snickered. "Oh, Skarloey, that's going to be me. After all, I'm one of the blue engines here along with Mighty Mac," said Sir Handel. "No, that'll be me," said Rheneas. "I've been on the railway for a long time along with my good friend Skarloey. I'm going to be the one to take the special visitor." And so, that's when Rheneas left to go and collect his trucks full of slate. This made Sir Handel cross. "Oh, no, no, no. No, you won't, Rheneas. I'll be the one to take the special visitor. I'll prove it to you." And that's when Sir Handel left. This made Skarloey very nervous. "Oh dear, this isn't going to turn out well. I have a bad feeling it will." Skarloey's driver spoke to him. "Skarloey, we need to go and collect our coaches. Thomas is waiting for us at Crovan's Gate Station." "Oh, right," said Skarloey. And that's when Skarloey left to go and collect his coaches. And so, that's when Skarloey arrived at Crovan's Gate Station to collect his passengers. He still couldn't stop thinking about the competition that Rheneas and Sir Handel were having regarding the special visitor coming. "Oh, I hope those two don't get themselves into an accident," Skarloey said to himself. Just then, he heard a familiar whistle. It was Thomas. He had to drop off his passengers at Crovan's Gate Station. He could see that Skarloey was a bit worried. "Hey, Skarloey, why do you look so glum? Why the long face?" Thomas curiously asked to Skarloey. Skarloey took a huge puff. "Well, Thomas, you see, there's a special visitor coming to visit our railway tomorrow, and, well, Rheneas and Sir Handel are getting themselves in some competition about who's going to pull the special visitor tomorrow, and I'm a bit worried about them," Skarloey said to Thomas. Thomas was shocked, and he grinned. Thomas said. "This sounds almost like a competition of our own that happened not that long ago." And so, Thomas told Skarloey the story. "Well, you see, Skarloey, we had a St. Patrick's Day party not too long ago, and basically Oliver, Emily, and my best friend Percy got themselves caught up in this big competition about who's going to take the special visitor. But in the end, they all derailed, and it was my other friend Duck who pulled the special visitor. I have a feeling it's going to be the same thing with Rheneas and Sir Handel," Thomas said to Skarloey. Skarloey thought for a moment, and he agreed. You see, Skarloey said, "you may just have a good point there, Thomas." That's when Skarloey's driver spoke to him. "Come on, Skarloey, we mustn't be late. We have to take these passengers to the picnic area." "Well, thanks for trying to cheer me up, Thomas," said Skarloey, as Skarloey left. "See you, Skarloey," Thomas said. Meanwhile, near the incline, Rheneas was more worried about finishing his jobs in a fast time. That way he could pull the special visitor. Rheneas was dreaming of victory. I'm going to finish all my jobs at the end of the day, and maybe I'll be the one to pull the special visitor and show the visitor around our railway, Rheneas thought to himself as he puffed on his way with his trucks full of slate. However, on another part of the Skarloey Railway, Sir Handel was also dreaming of victory for himself. If I finish all my jobs at the end of the day, Sir Handel thought to himself, maybe I'll be the one to take the special visitor and show the visitor around our railway. As Sir Handel puffed on his way to Croven's Gate to drop off his passengers. That's when, later on that late afternoon, Skarloey was having a rest. He had finished all his jobs in a timely manner and was pleased to have a small break. Finished all my jobs, Skarloey said to himself. But then there was trouble. Rheneas was coming in fast. Skarloey, I'm gonna be the one to take the special visitor tomorrow, he said as he chuffed fast on. Careful, Rheneas, you might get yourself into a very nasty accident, said Skarloey. But then there was even more trouble. Sir Handel was coming in at an even faster speed. Skarloey, I'm gonna be the one to take the special visitor tomorrow, ha, said Sir Handel. But Skarloey was more concerned about Sir Handel's safety. Sir Handel, watch out! You might crash into Rheneas, Skarloey said. But Sir Handel didn't hear Skarloey in time. What? Oh no, Sir Handel said, as Sir Handel applied his brakes until it was too late. As he crashed into Rheneas. Luckily, no one had been hurt. Sir Handel and Rheneas's driver and fireman had both jumped clear, but the two engines were in a massive wreck. Rheneas was very cross. Sir Handel, that was all your fault. You got me derailed, he said. No, that was your fault, said Sir Handel. If you weren't going so fast, then maybe I didn't crash into you, he said. No, it was your fault, said Rheneas. No, it was you. You! As the two engines began to bicker back and forth. As Mr. Percival stepped outside of his office, he was very cross. That is enough, he said sternly. Sir Handel and Rheneas, I have gotten word of all the confusion and delay you two have caused. Sir Handel, you were going so fast that your passengers felt like peas in a frying pan. And Rheneas, you just quickly left your trucks at the incline without even bothering to check. You two have caused serious confusion and delay. And as a punishment, you are both not going to take the special visitor tomorrow, Mr. Percival said crossly. Sir Handel and Rheneas felt very silly and foolish. Aww, they said. Skarloey, since you were the only engine that didn't get involved with those two engines, you are going to be the one to take the special visitor on our tour of the railway tomorrow morning. The visitor arrives bright and early, so you'll need plenty of sleep, said Mr. Percival. Skarloey beamed from buffer to buffer. Oh, thank you, sir, thank you. And so, that's when Skarloey puffed on his way to get some sleep for the visitor. That's when, early the next morning, in the cold light of dawn, Skarloey arrived at Croven's Gate Station to collect the visitor. The special visitor was there talking to Mr. Percival. He was very impressed to see Skarloey. Ah, you must be Skarloey, said the special visitor. Yep, that's me. I'm one of the oldest engines here on the railway, Skarloey said to the special visitor. The special visitor chuckled. Oh, I've heard all about that, Skarloey, and I'm very impressed with how really useful you are. Now, I am ready to see this tour of this small railway, he said. Skarloey laughed. Oh, it's not an entirely small railway, but I think you'll enjoy it regardless, Skarloey said. Awesome, the special visitor said. And so, the special visitor boarded into one of Skarloey's coaches as Skarloey left to take the special visitor on a tour of the Skarloey Railway. And so, it was the end of the day, and the special visitor was most impressed with Skarloey. The special visitor stepped out. "What a marvelous small railway you have, Mr. Percival. Here is your reward for your railway transport," he said. The special visitor was also impressed with Skarloey. "Skarloey, that was a marvelous tour you gave me. You are a very useful engine indeed." "Oh, thank you, sir," Skarloey said, as Skarloey beamed from buffer to buffer. "No problem. I plan to see this railway again," said the visitor, as Mr. Percival praised Skarloey. "Skarloey, that was a marvelous tour you gave the visitor indeed. Tomorrow you will have a day off and a new coat of paint," he said. Skarloey was even more proud. "Oh, thank you, sir," he said. And so, Skarloey was uncoupled from his coaches as he puffed off to the works to get his new coat of paint. Meanwhile, at the works, Sir Handel and Rheneas had both finished getting repaired, as Skarloey puffed in. Rheneas, who had overheard about Skarloey taking the special visitor, was glad for his friend. "Well, Skarloey, I heard you did a really good job with the special visitor," said Rheneas to Skarloey. "Yes," added Sir Handel, "I heard you did a really good job," said Sir Handel to Skarloey. "Oh, thank you too," said Skarloey excitedly to Rheneas and Sir Handel. However, Sir Handel and Rheneas both had something to say to Skarloey. Rheneas spoke first. "Skarloey, I'm really sorry for acting a little childish and also a little too puffed up in my smoke box when me and Sir Handel heard about the special visitor. We're sorry about that," said Rheneas. Sir Handel spoke too. "Yeah, I have to agree with Rheneas. It was rather childish of us and immature of us. We won't do anything like that again whenever a special visitor comes to visit our railway. We're sorry, Skarloey. Do you forgive us?" Sir Handel said to Skarloey. Skarloey smiled at his two friends. "Of course I forgive you both, but next time, don't get too puffed up in your smoke box like that, alright?" Skarloey said to Rheneas and Sir Handel. Sir Handel and Rheneas couldn't agree more. And so, that's when that night at the works, Skarloey told tales of how it was to take the special visitor on a tour of the Skarloey Railway. And in the end, the three engines were made good friends indeed.